Alright, over here this morning, told you guys to get a video of this thing running and all that good stuff like that. Hasn't been run yet this morning. Everything's still nice and cold. You can see the coil for the electronic ignition and the electronic distributor. Of course, it's got an alternator, all the good stuff, serpentine belt system, all that good stuff like that. Condition of the body is really good. No real nicks or scratches or anything that's easy to point out. There's a few tiny little things you can see right there. Just some tiny little things right there. I'll have to push out there in the light. There's the biggest one that's on here is this one right here. It's just a little chip out of the body from over time, either someone's foot or something like that. Floorboards need to be cleaned again, but this would be your brake. That's your container. Put the registration and tools in. The front end doesn't really have anything too bad. Just a few small little nicks. The other side over here. The wing nut goes on the bolt there, and when you get it off, pull it off. I put my registration in there, some basic tools. This trike only takes a couple of wrenches and a couple of sockets, and you can basically tear it down to nothing. This is your clutch. You can do it right here even when you don't have the booster on. Your tack up there, headlight. Okay. Make sure she's in neutral. I got a switch down here. It can be changed out to a keyed ignition if you wanted it to. I just lose keys all the time, so this works better. Flip it on. Get running lights, gauge lights all come up, all that good stuff like that. And you just no smoke. Throttle right here just kind of comes out. There's your line right there, and it goes into the body. I think that mark on the floor is just some epoxy from something, but it's not oil. Just kind of looks like it. Okay, let me push her out here in the light. She usually starts right up on the first crank, but she is a Volkswagen, so she has her days where she likes to fight it just a little bit. Okay, now we got a little more light. You can see the heavy metal flake in there. It's not a real sunny day because we got storms coming in, but I mean, it really pops out in the sun. This side of the body, there's a little tiny, tiny little chip right there. You can see it on top of my finger. You know, it's just little stuff like that. This little things, you know, not really anything major. There's never been any repairs. Right here again, around the floorboards, there's a few little chips. Bigger one right there. Like I said, nothing too bad. As you come up, again your side, you got your turn signal here. These are not LED. These are incandescent, just like normal truck. These are actually Volkswagen turn signals. But this is your clutch side. You can see we're rolling a little bit. Header and gear. Big master cylinders, good stuff like that. On here, this would be your high beam for your headlight. This would be your turn signal left and right. And this one would be your horn. Hold on a second. There's your oil pressure. There's your temperature. It's nice and cold now, so. And there's your fuel gauge. You got your one. And of course you got your turn signals working. Really bright. Turn that off. Your high beam. So everything electrical works. I can't show you the brakes because I'm not that talented to reach that far. Let me shut her off. All your electrical components. Just take a basic screwdriver, loosen that side. Loosen this side. Maybe loosen this side a little bit more. Oh, come on now. She's going to fight me, of course. Oh, I need to loosen it just a little bit more. Okay, that should do it. Okay, there's your panel. It's all connected. So you can disconnect it real easily. There's your tack. It's hard to see, but it is easy to get to. Is your fuse panel right there. There's your flasher relay. I mean, everything is easy to get to on this thing. It was made to be able to repair it real fast on the fly if there was a problem. I'm going to take the seat off real quick. Seat comes up. It's not fastened. You can see how deep it is with the padding in the back. It's got somewhere around, I think, 6 inches of padding in the back. Two of the bolts for the frame. There's your fuel tank and your sending unit that you can get right to. Your brake lines, you can get all the way to them. Rear calipers, your coilover shocks, your slave cylinder for your clutch, your fuel filter so you can clean it out without having to get on your hands and knees. Brand new Bosch starter, all matching boots and all that good stuff. You can see the Summit Racing pump right there. All the electronics. These are for the starter button, the relay, so you can get right to them. And there's the battery. You can get to the front, you can disconnect all the connectors, and I've actually gotten the battery out. It moves back and then out this way. It's not fun, but it will come out. If not, you can always drop the tray down. That's pretty much it. Got a 5-gallon tank on it. Everything works. It's got the disc brake set up. That's pretty much it. Just built the ride and have some fun. There is one nick. You can barely see it. It's not down to the metal, but it's there. That's the type of stuff I was talking about in the ad. There's one more right here. You can see that. It's like more like a smudge. I think it happened when the front end was being put together, because it's real tough to put these springers together after they've been coated. The chrome's all good. There's not really any rust or anything. As you can see down there in the wishbones, there is a little bit in the slots there, but I've cleaned it up before, and it usually comes right off. There is paint coming off of the bolts from the Harley rim that used to hold the front caliper on, and for whatever reason the paint's not sticking to those bolts that well, but the rest of the rim is really nice. Yeah, no major issues like that. There's your brackets for the pedals. Everything's painted and coated with bed liner. The whole chassis is done in bed liner. Every last little square inch of it. Everything's bracketed. You know, you won't have any problems with wiring. And that's pretty much about it. Just real clean. The worst thing on the bike, and it's minor, is the handlebars. And it's had GPSs mounted to it, a couple other things mounted to it, and just kind of messed up. But you know, that's not rust. That's the primer underneath it. That's pretty much it. Boot has a zipper. When you take the body off, you can get to the electrical components for the switch right here to take the shifter knob off. And that is pretty much it. She looks almost brand new. She hasn't gotten a lot of miles put on her, unfortunately. But that's pretty much it. It's a screw off. It comes right out real nice. You can't lose your cap. There's another angle of the battery there. This side over here with the brakes and all that. It's got the Willwood pressure couplings there to keep the pressure up, seeing as how the master cylinders are down low. So it always keeps the pressure up. Just a little bit more of that. The chrome is really good on the headlight. It's not perfect. It's got some swirling in it from being washed. You know, the typical effect of having chrome and having washed it. Body's a little bit dirty. That's pretty much it.